Now, you may have heard of croquet, but did you know there are two types of the game? One of them is known as golf croquet, and its World Championship is held this weekend in Eastbourne, Tunbridge Wells, Southwick and Worthing.
Yes, golf croquet is believed to have been played in large English gardens from about 1900. A championship was then established in 1996, inspired, believe it or not, by high standards set in Egypt. And Egypt is a contender for the title, but the current champion is Reg Bamford, who's from South Africa. Well, our man Ian Palmer has been sizing it all up and joins us now from Southwick. So, Ian, you need to talk us through the difference between these two types of croquet.
Well, John, I think the best way to describe it is that association croquet is the long form of the game, a little bit like test match cricket. It takes a bit more time, has strategy, is a bit more cerebral, shall we say, whereas golf croquet is the short form of the game, a bit like T20 cricket, a bit more like crash, bang and wallop.
Croquet, the English summer garden pastime. From the outside it looks genteel, almost apologetic, but exponents of the game say don't be fooled.
If you were to pitch croquet as a television sport to BBC executives, how would you sell it?
I would say it's full of great personalities for a start. I mean, if you go around and interview some of the people here, we're all kind of really crazy characters. I'm on record as having said to a newspaper that we're drawn from the margins of society. And croquet is a very specific game. You need a really strange and interesting mindset to do well at it. But it's an easy game to pick up, and there's such a low barrier to entry. Turn up to the club, have a go. Won't cost you anything, maybe £5 for an afternoon's play.
The Golf Croquet World Championships is taking place in Britain for the first time in 8 years. Among the players are former world champions and, in some cases, professionals.
80 players from 19 countries will battle it out over the next 10 days to call themselves the world champion of golf croquet.
The whole family played, croquet, so we carried back to the States, and I actually was the first one to introduce this version of a game, the golf croquet, to the United States.
I've played in the European Championships before, and I've played Stephen Mulliner a few times in that, and yeah, no, this is a proper step up this week now.
Lorna Dewar is representing Scotland. She took up the game of croquet 3 years ago.
Pick up a mallet and find out how easy it is. You know, you don't have to be physically strong or overly fit.
It's believed the game of croquet was invented in England so men and women could congregate without being chaperoned in the 1850s. The championships was officially opened by the Duke of Gloucester. No sport, game or pastime is more important than life itself. But for the next 10 days, the game of croquet will come pretty close.
Did you know that the Sussex County Croquet Club moved here to Southwick from the lawns of the Royal Pavilion way back in 1900? So when the tournament starts proper tomorrow, the weight of history and tradition, dare I say, will weigh very heavily on all of those players.
Ah, lovely, very charming. Thank you very much, Ian. That was very well explained, I thought.
It
I know
was.
the difference now.
Crash, bang,
Crash,
wallop.
bang and wallop.
I'm going to remember
there we
that.
go.